Hey, book lovers, I'm Candice.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
With deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including Akatar or Frieda McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
So Frieda McFadden, she's a little elusive for as popular as she is and for as much hype that she has. I was expecting like a lot more like substantial material on her.
Well, how fitting for a mystery thriller author.
Well, now that you say that, I guess that makes sense because like when you Google Frieda McFadden, the first thing that comes up is Frieda McFadden real name.
Oh, does she write with a pseudonym?
I guess she writes with a pseudonym, and it's because I'm assuming because she is actually a physician
Oh.
by trade. Yeah. So I wonder if she tries to keep her work lives separate.
Yeah, I would too. That's probably maybe a good call. That's interesting. I'm looking this up now.
hmm And I had to be very careful when I was Googling and stuff, just because I didn't want to spoil anything
Yeah,
for the
that's true.
housemaid. But it on her bio, and this is a bio that gets copy pasted everywhere, it says uh Frieda McFadden is a practicing physician specializing in brain injury who has penned multiple best-selling psychological thrillers and medical humor novels.
What a combo.
I know. So I don't know if we should get right into it or if you wanted to chit chat in the beginning. I'm thinking maybe we just jump right into this episode.
Yeah. Well, okay, some thoughts on what you just said about Frida. That's kind of interesting that she's a do you say brain surgeon or
So she
brain
does
injury?
not say brain surgeon. And I feel like if she were a surgeon, she would say that. She says specializing in brain injury.
Interesting. That would make sense with all of her psychological thrillers. If she's studying how does the brain work, how does it work when it's injured, what are
Yeah.
abnormal functions? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of what I mean with her being a little elusive because like she gives you a lot of information, but she doesn't really give you details because people are asking, is she a psychiatrist? Is she a brain surgeon?
Right. She wants to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, she has like frequently asked questions. The first frequently asked question on her page is, I'm writing a book report on your book, and I need to know when you were born, where you live now, and when your birthday is.
Sounds fake. Would you believe that comment?
I don't know because honestly, I was like looking for a Wikipedia page. I was looking for anything. I couldn't find anything about her except on
Hmm.
her home page. And so then she said that she was born in New York City. She says she now lives in Boston and her birthday's May 1st, but then she doesn't put the year.
That's too much information.
Yeah. And then she'll like talk about, she's like, oh, I have kids and they're adolescent now. But she doesn't say how many kids. She doesn't say what ages they are.
So interesting. I
I
mean,
know.
she wants to keep her private life private. She got too famous and she said, can't have this.
I
That's
guess
really
so.
interesting.
hmm
Huh.
So I'm kind of curious about her. But I did dig up some information and it wasn't, like C.S. Lewis had a great Wikipedia page. Even Bonnie Garmus, who had not published a whole lot, she had done kind of like a big book tour. And so there was a lot of interviews for her.
hmm
But for Frida, she's been writing for a long time, but the first batch of her books were all self-published.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she had been trying to get like her books published like in a traditional writing route and she got rejected every time. So then in like the mid 2000s, self-publishing became a thing. So then she got her book self-published. And then The Housemaid, the book we're going to read, it got swept up in the book talk trend.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's what really kind of put her on the map, from what I'm
Oh,
gathering.
okay.
So she had already written a bunch of these books. I'm assuming self-published. Then The Housemaid gets wrapped up in the book talk trend. Now she's on the map. Now she's at like actual publishers and stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm also seeing there's The Housemaid, there's The Housemaid Secret, The Housemaid is Watching. Is this all a series?
Yeah.
Oh, are they, how related are they? Do you know? Maybe we shouldn't look into it yet.
I didn't want to look into it.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
I didn't want to look into it, but I'm assuming that our little housemaid, she gets out of whatever pickle happens here.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm thinking.
she goes off to clean more houses.
That stock photo eye through the keyhole looks pretty similar in all of them. Oh, one of them's blue. So she's different. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they each look different. So don't know if we can say for sure.
Yeah.
Which does bring me, well, okay, actually, before I go to judge a book by its cover, I did want to add maybe one reason she keeps everything so secret. I mean, I don't know. I feel like to write multiple thrillers, it's gotta do something to you. Just thinking that long about like what terrible things could happen to where I probably wouldn't want to share any of my personal information after that either.
Well, it's interesting because even like the protagonist in this book, Millie, she doesn't really give us a lot of information either. It's like
Yeah.
she tells you like a little bit, but she's always like skirting. She gives you like no information.
That's why she's so good at writing her.
I guess.
Rita's like,
Yeah.
I am she.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
So,
that's a good way to write a mystery book, though, is that, you give little like crumbs to keep people interested, keep asking
mm,
why.
yes.
So, I mean,
Um, some of the other things that I found out is that Frieda, her first book, she wanted to write a book about her medical internship in the flavor of The Devil Wears Prada because, quote, medical training is so much worse than fashion.
oh my gosh.
She felt like the abuse that she endured there could be repurposed. So she wrote the book, The Devil Wears Scrubs.
Is this a fiction book or is this actually about
She
her?
she calls it a fictionalized memoir of her real life experiences.
Oh, fun. Oh, wait, we
Yeah.
know her real name.
What is it?
Dr. Jane McGill, unless that's a fake name.
Whoa.
Oh,
How
wait,
did
wait,
you
wait,
find
wait.
that?
Wait, wait, wait. No, this is a novel. Okay, because that's what the book is called. So The Devil Wears Scrubs, a short comedic novel, Dr. Jane McGill, book one. But I think that's another fake name. I don't think that's her real name. Yeah, never mind. I made that up.
Oh.
I said so easy. I found it.
Ah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And so after she wrote that, then she transitioned into thrillers. And so her motivation is that she writes the types of books that she would want to read.
Okay.
And then only two other notes that I have on her. She also wrote a book, The Coworker, and that was inspired by the idea of workplace bullying and her own
Oh.
experiences being bullied as a child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she said that was something that kind of stuck with her. And she is known for having twists in her book. She believes that the best twist is someone who did not cross your mind, but at the same time is someone meaningful, i.e., and this is the example she gives. The killer can't be the victim's father's brother's best friend's college roommate because he was mad about the electric bill being split unevenly.
So like
Like
it
that
needs to
can't be
make
the killer.
sense.
Yeah, it needs to
Okay.
be like because that could make sense, but it's like it can't just be too far out of left field.
Okay. Yeah. I have some predictions for twists in this book that we can get to
Oh,
later.
I think I do too. And then she would probably like Sanderson's twist on Aiden.
I don't know if it'd do it for her.
Someone completely obscure, but somehow.
I think, well, I also wanted a twist from Aiden, but it still didn't really do it for me that he knew how many footsteps.
Yes. And if people are listening, they don't know what we're talking about, listen to episodes 1 through 18 of Elantris, and then you'll
All
know.
of them. 42 hours.
Oh my God. Terrible. Uh, gosh, something was, there was something else, and I didn't look into it because I didn't want spoilers, but there are several good read and Reddit comments
Mm,
saying that this book is a direct rip on another book, and they don't know how she didn't get sued for plagiarism.
really? Interesting. We'll need to look into that when we finish the book.
Yeah. So I didn't want to click on anything because I was like, okay.
Ooh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah. So do we want
Well,
to do judge a book by its cover?
I think so. Okay, so cover is blue. There's a keyhole, and there is what appears a woman's eye looking through it.
Yes. Half brown, half blue.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's like a
Yeah.
little blue in the bottom.
There's a little blue. Oh my goodness. Her eye turns totally blue in the other books, which is why the keyhole eye is blue in those books. Is her transformation?
Yeah, well, I wonder if it's like her old life and her new life.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm, could be. I thought this was just a stock photo.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, wait, yeah, I thought it was because it says cover images from Shutterstock on the back.
Yeah.
So
Y
I don't know if we're thinking too much into this, I think.
you can, looking at this book, it looks interesting, but it doesn't look like it's winning a Peabody or like, what's a Peabody for? It's a writing award, right?
I think
Maybe
so.
that's exploratory.
Pulitzer?
A Pulitzer. Yeah. So you can tell, to me, just looking at it, you can tell that this is going to be like an interesting, lighthearted read, but it's probably, to me, not going to be groundbreaking.
Right. Yeah, like you're here for the story. You're not here to really have your mind transformed.
Right.
Yeah. Would you pick it up?
Definitely.
Really?
It's interesting. Well, I really enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love like the drama and a mystery. Andrew and I watch horror movies or thriller movies almost every night, at
Okay.
least two.
How do you do that? That sounds terrible.
Because once you realize that a lot of them are just comedies and they're just like so outrageous,
No.
it's actually hilarious.
No, there's not comedies. People did those things. I mean, if you're
Well,
watching like documentary kind of thing.
no, we don't do tons of documentaries. A lot of them are just like movies, like thriller movies.
Oh, okay.
Like this one that we really liked is called uh, Contagion? Malignant. It's called Malignant.
Okay.
And it was about this girl, and she had a twin that, okay, spoilers. If anyone's going to watch Malignant, skip
Skip
the next
ahead.
5 minutes. Yeah, skip ahead because I'm spoiling the whole movie right now. It's about this girl, and she has a twin, like, when they,
Oh, they're conjoined?
yeah, but it's like they fuse together.
Oh, like she ate her?
She started, but it got stuck like on her head.
I
So she
already
had
don't like
like
this.
she had this demon twin stuck on her head. And then they were like, you know what? We can't get rid of it because you guys share a brain, but we're just going to cut them up and we're just going to shove them up in your brain and we're just going to zip them up.
The face?
Yeah. They just
What?
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like outrageous. It's outrageous.
What?
So now she's an adult and she's forgotten all about this, but she has these blackout periods, and it turns out that the twin comes out and he uses her body backwards.
Oh, I would hate that. No, I can't.
And he learned kung fu and
Oh my
like
gosh.
turns out that he can, be a super killer with the joints all the wrong
Oh my
direction.
gosh. I mean, when you explain it like that, it does sound hilarious, but I couldn't watch it. I'd have to do my escape mechanism of putting myself to sleep. Chrissy uses a sleep. Very effective.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's like that's kind of how we watch like those movies with like that. Because like when you just like look at it for what it is, you're like, this is insane.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. I still can't do it. Josh and I were watching Yellowstone, and that was too much for me. Did you watch Yellowstone?
Yellowstone. I didn't even think it was scary. I thought it was
It's
they're
not really scary, but like there's a lot of
with
there's
Beth
like
Dutton.
yeah, there's like 5 murders every episode, and it's like, lots of blood. There's always someone ready to jump out of the corner. That was too much. We were watching it, and then when I was like, brushing my teeth afterwards, I was anxious that someone was going to jump out from behind the door and like kill me. So I couldn't do it anymore. We had to stop. So that's my level. That's my threshold of anxiety.
You definitely build up a tolerance. When I first started this journey, I started with Law and Order SVU, seasons 1 through 55. And it's like every time it's like someone like jumps out of a bush and they're always like doing these horrible, crazy things. And I was home and I was watching who knows how many episodes, 6, 7, 8 in a row. It was like on a weekend and you're like kind of cleaning or doing whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then every time like the door would knock, like if someone was like knocking on the door or anything, or there was a male person, I was like freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, this is it.
Yeah. I don't I'm not into building a tolerance for that. Does not
Okay, well,
sound like
this should be an interesting book for you then.
Well, I was gonna say when I was thinking about Judge a Book by its cover, I would absolutely never pick up this book. I'm already getting anxious just looking at the cover. But it's been really fun. Like I get why people like these books, and I've enjoyed reading it so far. And I'm just, reminding myself this isn't real. And I think I can do it.
Yes. So I've read to chapter 16. Oh, wait,
Oh,
maybe
I think I
15.
stopped at chapter 15.
Okay. So we've read roughly 80 pages. So I'd call that just under a fourth of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are your initial thoughts?
I like it. Like I'm into the story. I want to know what happens next.
Yeah.
So, and again, this is a book I would never have picked up before. So I'm glad that you're making me read new things. So it's fun.
Well, I did see one article, so who knows if it's ever going to get, fully deployed, but
Okay.
apparently they're making a movie about this.
Oh, I would never. Maybe after I've read it, maybe I could. But
That's so crazy. I feel like, didn't we make you watch something ridiculous when you were at the house?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, dear listener. When I stayed at Candy's house, there's many stories, but one time it was like spring break, so I was there for like a week. And every morning, I think Josh was there too. Anyways, every morning Candy would wake me up and she'd say, "There's another shooting in Atlanta. There's another drive-by on the highway." And I was like, "No, I don't want to know." And she'd tell me all the crimes going on around, the city. And yeah, that is your house is the only place where I watch the crazy documentaries. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was it? Abducted in Plain Sight.
Oh,
But that one wasn't scary because that one really was just so ridiculous. But the college one,
oh, the college one. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's
Larry,
all. Yeah, Gary.
Larry, Gary, Jerry. It was,
You're
what was that? It was
it
like Broken Dreams or something, or
was.
Shattered Futures. Stolen Youth. I think it was
Oh,
Stolen
that
Youth.
sounds right. It was, what is it? St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saint
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Sarah
Or
Lawrence. Sarah
Sarah Lawrence.
Lawrence. That was right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Stolen Youth is the right one. Yeah. Mm-mm. We had to wash our palette. Well, I had to wash my palette with Cat People on Netflix. That
Oh,
was great. I
yeah.
loved Cat People.
That was really good.
So, yeah, that's my
And then
background.
did I get you started on Downton Abbey?
Oh, let's see. Did you or was I may have already started watching with mom, but then we started watching it
Yeah. And then,
together.
okay, spoiler alert for that show. I forgot what it was called, Downton
Downton
Abbey.
Abbey.
We got all the way up to when Sybil dies, and Chrissy was like, "Oh, she's gonna live. She's gonna live." And then
Sybil was my
she didn't.
favorite. She's the only one I
I
liked.
know. She was the best. I agree.
Ah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I stopped watching Downton Abbey. I was into it though, but it was just too many episodes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make it.
I know. Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't finish?
Mm-mm. I have no idea what happens.
Uh, who's gonna polish the spoon?
I don't even know. Was that a reference? I have forgotten.
It's not, but that's kind of all the drama. The drama's always like, oh, dinner's gonna be late. Lady Mary's dress isn't right. The wrong color and the queen is coming. It's always like some ridiculous rich people problems.
Or the what was his name? The prince dies in your bed and you have to hide the body. I mean, that was some serious drama going on. That was some housemaid level drama. Probably. I don't know. We were only 80 pages in.
I know. I wish more of that happened.
Oh gosh.
Keep it spicy, but
No. All right, should we give a summary of what we've learned so far?
well, I'm wondering because we kind of done this episode a little bit different than normal because we normally spend all this time just talking about us.
It's true.
We took a turn. So do we want to do Bookalytics
Oh, I
and
forgot
then
about that.
go into the and then do the introduction and then summarize the book?
Oh yeah, we
Or
have forgotten a lot of things.
yeah, so I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, do you want to do Bookalytics? Do we like Bookalytics?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. So good introduction. Let's go on to Bookalytics, then our normal intros, and then we'll be
Hmm.
good to go. All right, exciting news. We made it above 500 plays.
Whoa.
Woo! Exciting.
That's pretty big.
That is big. Half a thousand.
Yeah.
Good job, us. We should celebrate.
We don't have any new ratings on Spotify or Apple. So if you're listening and you haven't rated yet, please do so.
There's still time.
There's always time.
Is Ireland new?
Ireland new.
Oh, welcome our listener from Ireland.
Wow, international yet again.
Once again. Maybe went to Ireland.
I did. We are mostly Irish.
Oh yeah, I need to look at your 23andMe thing again.
We are 75% English, Irish, that area, and then 25% Italian.
Such a bummer because I always identify most with Italian.
You know, the problem is that dad's half Italian, half English, and mom's a lot English.
Right.
So it really dilutes the Italian in us.
It sure does.
Hmm.
But that's okay. We still eat a lot of Italian food. You are what
I
you eat,
tell
after all.
it's I tell people the only Italian thing about me is my facial hair. I didn't get the nice, thick, curly hair or the nice olive skin. Just a couple
Me
chin
neither,
hairs.
sister.
I know.
It's okay.
Someone new in Texas, maybe. No, maybe not. Well, Miss Lubbock, whoever that is, they've never written in and they've been a very devoted fan. So I hope if they're listening that they send us a note.
Yeah. Bookalicious.pod@gmail.com.
That's right.
We check it every day to no avail.
So true.
It's only Alex from Spotify or whoever keeps emailing us.
I know. I got us,
What a
I got
tease.
us, yeah, I got us signed up for spot, what do you call it? Spam mail.
For
Whoopsies.
life.
Yeah.
All right. Any other bookalytics you'd like to highlight?
No, I think I saw someone is listening through Elantris and they just got to episode 17.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. So it shows us the little line graph of how many plays we have each day and also which episodes were played that day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so Candy did her sleuthing and saw that someone was listening through Elantris and just got to episode 17. So they're almost at the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Good
I,
job, you.
I know.
That's a big milestone because Elantris is really long.
Lantris
So,
is so long.
yeah. Wow. All right. Well, congrats.
I know.
You-
Oh, I didn't tell everyone that I got an award.
Oh, that's right.
I
Tell us
got
about
an
your award.
award for best podcasting host.
From where? The
I had
Pulitzer
no
people?
idea. Yeah, I was like, wow. Bookalicious, international, getting awards, award winning, international.
We
Couldn't
need to
believe
add
it.
that. An
Maybe we should
award-winning podcast host.
we should put that. Self award winning international podcast.
I forget where you put your description, but we definitely need to add that onto our podcast.
Yeah, I'll add it for next time.
Excellent. Oh my gosh. Did you,
Hmm.
well, okay, I hate to correct you, Candy, and not to say that I'm the one who gave you the award, but
What?
your award didn't say best podcasting host. It
It
said
says world best podcaster.
it says world's best podcaster.
No way.
I wasn't sure if you noticed and you were just trying to like help me save face because you thought it was a typo. So I wanted to make sure you knew that was on purpose. World's best
No.
podcaster.
I don't even know how to read. I was just like, I saw pod and I was like, podcast. I, I turned into podcast host.
Your brain's like, this extra T does not make sense. Make it into host.
Yeah, host. There we go. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. I'm gonna have to share that with Andrew because we thought we're like, oh, that's so cute.
Now,
Podcaster.
yeah, new level.
Wow.
It's okay. Jordan probably helped teach you how to read.
Yeah, he did. He taught me everything I know. Okay,
All
so we're
right,
gonna get into it.
let's do it. This is Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters don't take anyone's advice, including our own. I forgot I meant to add this into the intro because in lessons in chemistry, we talked the whole time about how, man, we can never read another book that one of us hasn't read all the way through yet because we ended up with lessons in chemistry where we hated it. We're like, does it get better? I don't know. And then we trudged through it. We made it. And then while we were reading that book, Candy messages me and she says, hey, we need to read this book. It's so good. I said, okay. And then she said, I'm on page 50. I'll stop there and we're going to read it at the same time. So both of us are surprised, which I think does work for this book. But I thought it was just so funny because it's literally right after he said, we're never doing this again.
I did notice that, but I had faith that we would get through this book quickly.
I think so. We're just going to rip it off like a band-aid. We got to find out
That's
what
it. All right, well, you need to start the intro over because
okay.
we didn't finish it.
Okay. This is Bookalicious, an award-winning international best-selling podcast where we talk
That's
about
right.
books. I'm Chrissy,
And I'm Candice.
and today we're talking about The Housemaid by Frieda McFadden, a mysterious lady. And we are about
Mhm.
80 or so pages in on chapter 15, and we've got a lot to discuss, and I think a lot of things to predict.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I can give a summary unless you have something prepared.
Nope, I don't
Power
have
thought
anything
through.
prepared.
Okay, well, I don't have anything prepared either, but I started
Oh
thinking about it
no.
a little bit. Okay, so this book opens up with a prologue, and in the
Mhm.
prologue, it's an ambiguous narrator. We don't know who it is, but it appears to be a woman who's sitting on this very fancy couch, and a murder has happened, and there's a body upstairs in the attic, and a police officer is interviewing this woman. Um, but all she says is, I heard a sound about an hour ago. I went upstairs. I found the body. I called you guys. But based off of her inner dialogue, it appears maybe she's guilty. She has some lines about saying, I should have run away before they came, things like that. We don't know. But the prologue ends with one of the officers going upstairs and then calling up the other officer and saying, you got to see what's up here. You won't believe it. So perhaps there's not just a body up there. We don't know. Okay,
Hmm.
so that's a prologue. But the rest of the book starts 3 months earlier when one of our main characters, Millie, is applying to be a housekeeper slash maid nanny person at this very wealthy lady's house. And we find in these chapters that Millie has just gotten out of jail recently. She's on parole and
Hmm.
she's had a job at a fast food restaurant, something or other, but she got fired for unfair reasons, she says, which led to her getting evicted from her house, which has now led to her being homeless and living out of her car. All that to say, she's very desperate at this point, would take any job.
Yes.
And when this rich lady, in fact, offers her this job as her live in nanny, she couldn't be happier. Millie does think it's a little strange considering she has a record and she's now in charge of taking care of this lady's small child, but
Hmm.
she'll take it because she's homeless and needs a job. So anyway, so that all works out. But as we get to know the family, we of course realize that there's more than meets the eye. Millie has to live in the upstairs attic where it only locks from the outside. There are scratch marks on the wood around the door, and the window is
Hmm.
painted shut. So she doesn't love that. But again, she was homeless, so she'll take it. Um, the house or the wife in the story, who's kind of like caretaker of the house, in charge of house things. Her name is Nina, and she's given me some housewife energy where she is just so outrageous all the time.
This is definitely the Devil's Wear Prada type
Yeah,
of vibes.
that's exactly what it is. It's Millie is just doing her best job cleaning this house, and then Nina comes in and she literally starts throwing things off of the shelves, pouring the milk onto the ground, like doing these outrageous things. Um, and, and Nina just or Millie just has to go back and clean it up after her. Worst thing is that Nina denies that she does anything that's crazy and denies lying to Millie. Uh, How would you describe it?
It's very much like gaslighting to the
Yeah.
point where, as the reader, I don't know how reliable Millie is,
Oh.
given her description of how she went to jail for some unidentified crime. And she had been there for most of her 20s, I think. She got locked up when she was a teenager, and she's been in there for at least 10 years. So you don't know if she has some like mental capacity issues where
Mm.
she's forgetting these things, but it Nina just seems clinically insane. And what's even more insane is that she has this super hot husband who goes to work every day and just feels like it's normal.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew's a conundrum for sure. We know he's very handsome. He seems to love Nina, his wife. He does make some comments of like kind of acknowledging Nina's protectiveness or possessiveness over him.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. But he definitely seems like the most normal, likable character from what we know.
Yeah. So the players that we have Millie. She's the housemaid, went to jail when she was young. Something about her boyfriend, I think.
Really?
She mentions
I don't remember her
she
boyfriend.
mentions something later, we'll get to it, about her desires as a
Yeah, I think
lady.
we could mention it now. Yeah,
Well,
so oh, you can keep going.
because how I have my highlights is by chapter.
We can go chapter by chapter. I don't necessarily have things for each chapter though.
I don't either. I don't either. but I don't have my lines pulled out, I
Okay.
guess, quite like that.
Okay, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Some of the crazy things that Nina has done on Millie's first day, I thought this was so funny. She makes a snack for the daughter, Cecilia, who is like a Nina Jr.
And she looks like a ghost out of one of Candy's horror movies. Like from
Yeah.
The Shining or something, one of the twin girls.
Yeah. She's just like a very creepy, weird little girl who's always like dressed up in these weird Victorian dresses and doesn't like to play and get messy. So anyway, so she's like, make me a snack. So then Millie, the housemaid, she makes a snack and then she she's like, what can I make her? She's like, oh, I know. I can make her like peanut butter crackers. Like my mom always made that and I really liked it. So she makes these peanut butter crackers for Cecilia. And then Cecilia freaks out and she's like, I'm allergic to peanuts
Deathly
and
allergic.
deathly allergic. And Chrissy is actually deathly allergic to peanuts. And Millie's just like, why would they have this huge jar of peanut butter if she's so deathly allergic? But, you know, Nina blames her for that, and it's this whole big thing. And then we find out later, towards the end of what we've read from the husband, Andrew, that Cecilia is not even allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah, and he says, why would we have such a big jar of peanut butter if our daughter was deathly allergic?
Yeah. So it's
Lots of
just,
gaslighting.
there's a lot of gaslighting, and it's just like Millie is just constantly just struggling because she really wants to keep the job, but Nina makes it just so hard for her.
Right. And it's interesting the part that we've read because Millie, we don't know what she's gone to jail for. We know she was sentenced for 15 years at least, because she's on parole right now and is if she breaks parole, she'll have to go back for at least 5 years. Um, but anyways, she really hasn't had any retaliation towards Nina so far until at the very end of what we've read so far. There's an interaction where she and Andrew are watching TV late at night, and this she didn't mean for this to happen, but Andrew just came down and joined her. Anyways, Nina, of course, has a big fit over this. And then as Nina and Andrew go back to their rooms, Millie's just left there in the living room, and she takes a glass and shatters it to the ground. And that's
Hmm.
the only like outburst or any anger that we see from her so
Hmm.
far.
Yes. Nina also she like called up Millie and said, I need you to pick up Cecilia, the daughter, from school in 15 minutes. And she gave her the wrong school name.
Yeah.
So then Millie had to like parse it out, like looking at like the refrigerator magnets. So then she goes to pick up Cecilia and she's like freaking out because she's like, if I don't get her daughter, she's going to be so mad at me. And Millie thought the trick that Nina had set for her was giving her the wrong school name. But it turns out when she gets there, all of the other like hot moms are picking up their kids and they're, Millie's like, oh, I'm here to pick up Cecilia. And they're like, no, she always goes to karate like on this day. And Millie had been calling Nina to like confirm everything, but Nina wasn't answering any of her calls. So then this hot mom who was going to take Cecilia to karate, she calls Nina and Nina picks up on the first ring and she's just like, yeah, of course you're supposed to pick her up. I don't know what like this person is thinking. Like it's so hard to find any good help around here. Like she's just so stupid.
Yeah. I that this whole all these chapters like this is so frustrating.
Would you quit?
No, well, okay, so one thing that I think Frieda McFadden does really well is really setting up the um situation to
Severity.
yeah, I guess severity to where it's like Millie really doesn't have another option. Or at the very least, I could definitely see how she would feel she wouldn't have another option. And so that she would keep putting up with this. Because we see her meet with her parole officer, and I guess it's something like if you get fired or if you're homeless or something, you that's considered breaking parole. Is that right?
Sometimes I think you can be required to like maintain a job
Right.
and basically be like a good citizen.
Yeah.
And losing your job in a ball of flame or fury because you had an outburst or whatever, you got fired for some reason. Doesn't look good.
Right. Yeah. So that's where Millie is now. She got fired. Doesn't sound like it was for a great reason, even though she feels like it's very unfair. So if she didn't have this job, then she would go back to jail. So I could see her being
Hmm.
like, well, this is better than jail.
Yeah, and she was living out of her car before this, and
Yeah.
she had gotten, and I agree, Frieda does do a really good job of making it very believable that Millie would stick through all of this abuse
Yeah.
because it starts off with Nina and she has had all of these like first interviews for different jobs. And then as soon as they do a background check, they're like, oh, we're so sorry.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, this is her last resort. But on the other hand, it's like, oh, I get to live in this nice house. But of course, when she gets there, she realizes she's living in this attic, like we've said before. So, yeah.
There's also another key player that has been introduced that we haven't spoken about yet, and his name is Enzo,
Hmm.
and he is the house gardener, and he is Italian.
He's actually Italian.
He's actually Italian. And when Millie first like goes in, he speaks to her in Italian saying like danger, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre to me because I'm like, Enzo, go get another job. But maybe, I mean, he only speaks Italian, so maybe he's in the same boat as Frida. I
That's
mean,
fair.
Millie.
Yeah, I feel like Enzo's different though, because one, he's always outside, so he's not, trapped like Millie could be. He's really big and muscular. Like if Nina tried to do anything physically to him, like I think he'd handle it. He probably gets paid a ton of money because one thing we haven't explicitly said is that Nina and Andrew seem filthy rich and they just have so much money to throw around. Um,
Yes.
so Enzo's probably getting a lot of money, and it sounds like he does all the neighbors' gardens too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could see it. Although if something sketchy like that's going on, then I mean, I would hope that you wouldn't stay, but maybe he doesn't really have any options either, like he said.
Yeah. I would hope that if I'm in the place of like telling people not to go in somewhere because it's so dangerous, that I would like try to not be in their vicinity because I think worst case for Enzo is he gets blamed for whatever happens.
Oh, interesting. Well, okay, actually, I just had this thought. It's possible that Nina has kind of put him into a corner. I'm imagining maybe if he also needs employment to
Hmm.
maintain like visa status or something. I don't know. Maybe she has something against
Hmm.
him where she's like, if you ever leave, like I'm going to report you or do whatever, whatever. That could
Hmm.
be enough to make him stay.
Something else that we find out is that Nina, in her bizarre way, she's like, me and my husband Andrew were trying for another kid, and we're going to have a kid in a year.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like they've been a little unsuccessful.
Right. She's gonna go see a specialist, I think.
Yeah. And now that we're talking about it, I wonder, okay, this is crazy, but we're just going to put any of our theories out there.
Do it.
Okay, what if Enzo is Cecilia's dad? And
Hmm.
that's part of the rub of why he sticks around, even though Nina's crazy. And that's why Nina like has completely ostracized him because like maybe it was like a little fling and she doesn't want him in the house anymore or anything like that.
Hmm. That's interesting. I could maybe. I'm thinking no. I'm also thinking though that if she had a fling with Enzo, I don't know if she would hide it. Do you think she'd use that as like a power play or something? Like keep Andrew like kind of jealous or something? Like I could see Nina doing that.
Another thing that we didn't talk about is that Nina seems very jealous of Andrew.
Yes. Yeah, she liked the fact that Millie came for her interview. Millie was wearing like these grandma glasses and like this terrible like sweater and ankle-length skirt that she got from Goodwill. And Nina was like, I love your outfit. You should wear that all the time.
Yeah.
And it turns out Millie actually doesn't need glasses. So when she started working for them, she wasn't wearing the glasses anymore. And Nina really missed the grandma glasses and said, you look way better with those on. Anyways, there's been a few circumstances where Nina has accused Millie of maybe like flirting with her husband, would you say?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. If she hasn't said it directly, she's certainly implied it with her actions.
Right. However, when Millie, at the end of what we've read so far, says, hey, Nina, I wasn't trying to do anything with Andrew. Don't worry. And Nina says, why would I worry about you? You're just the maid. Or something like along the lines of like, I would never think of that. Why would you think I would even think of that?
She's like, Andrew would never be interested in someone like you. You're
Yeah.
practically homeless. You live in an attic.
And she's like, me and Andrew love each other so much. Like, I would never worry about that.
Oh, that reminded me of lessons in chemistry because she kept saying, we're soulmates. We're soulmates.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like, okay, maybe this is Elizabeth Zott and Calvin
Oh
in
my
another
gosh.
universe.
This is a someone else looking at Elizabeth Zott and describing her how she really is.
She actually can't
Psychotic.
cook. She's psychotic.
Oh my gosh. This lady Rose. We're out of here. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more detail about Nina that we haven't mentioned is that Nina is taking a lot of prescription drugs. And
Oh, yes.
yeah, and so when Millie is doing the whole picking up Cecilia from school fiasco, some of the other room moms say, oh, how is it working for Nina? I bet it's crazy. Nina's a legit nut, what did you say, nut job or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, Millie wants to know more, but she isn't able to ask them. But as Millie's cleaning their bathroom, she stumbles upon like bottles and bottles of prescription pills.
Antipsychotics.
Yes. So she looks at one bottle and it says like Nina Winchester, and it's this antipsychotic medicine it's for
Mm-hmm.
multiple things. It's like for schizophrenia,
Mm-hmm.
bipolar, maybe. I don't know. It's for a lot of different conditions. Okay, I have a prediction on the medicine cabinet thing. I want to
Okay.
hear your thoughts. So there's a lot of bottles in there. She looks at one and it says Nina Winchester. Do you think a twist could be that Andrew is actually the crazy one? Are any of those medicines his? He's actually the one who needs antipsychotic?
Okay, so you know what my theory is?
Okay, say it.
My other theory is that the first person who was in the attic was Nina.
Oh.
And Andrew is actually like evil and he had her locked up in there. And now
Ooh.
she's like the wife of the manor and he's pilling her up with all these things. And
Interesting.
maybe that's why she's acting like so erratic because she's like psycho. And the author keeps mentioning how Nina has gotten very fat from her original pictures from Andrew when they were younger, I guess.
Yeah.
And so maybe like the drugs are like making her gain weight or something.
Oh, fascinating. Oh, I think that's a really good prediction. And that kind of fits with what my prediction was too, which is why I like it
Yeah.
so much. No, I have a no prediction.
Okay, what's your new prediction?
So my prediction for where the book is going is that in the prologue, um, Millie is the one, she's gonna survive for
Yes.
sure, is my thought. Not entirely sure on Nina after what you just said. Maybe she could make it too, but Millie for sure is gonna live. Um, and what I think is going to happen is Millie is going to steal Nina's identity, basically. And she's going to be like, I'm Nina Winchester now. And yes. And I think that
Yes.
partly because of the summary on the back that actually says something along those lines. It says, this is from the summary on the back. Millie, I try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once just to see what it's like. What it would be like to have Nina's life with the walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. but she soon finds out. And by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. Okay, anyways, so she gets all these white dresses from Nina that used to fit Nina but don't anymore. I think
Mhm.
Millie is going to use her ex-con skills. Maybe she already stole someone's identity. I don't know, but somehow bully Nina into going into the attic, maybe like you said, and say, I'm the new Nina now.
Okay, what
Oh,
if Oh, go for it.
okay. And then the last part is that at the police in the prologue, she's pretending to be Nina at that point.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good twist. Okay, so what if instead of Millie being like the one stealing the identity, it's Andrew who is guiding her to be his new replacement wife because he's
Right.
tired of Nina. And so he's the one who's kind of like egging her on and leading her that way.
I think that's a great idea. I think that could totally happen. Um, and I think maybe Andrew is the one who's gaslighting Nina because Nina hires Millie and she says, "Oh, here's the housemaid that I was telling you about." And he
Hmm.
goes, "Housemaid? Oh, I guess I forgot you told me about that," or something. But maybe what
Hmm.
actually happened, Andrew said, "Hey, we need to find a housemaid." She finds her, and he goes, "Who?" Anyways, I think maybe he's doing the same thing to Nina.
Oh my God. Okay. So I love all of these theories, but the only wrinkle in it is their stupid little daughter, Cecilia. Because Cecilia would totally rat that she's like, Millie's not my mom.
Um, that's a good point.
They
How
have
old
to
is
get rid of her.
Cecilia?
She's like 75 based on how they describe her. But she's actually a tiny person. Like, have you heard of that tiny person that was adopted? And then the family was like, she's actually 35. She's not a kid.
Oh my gosh, what?
And she's like, I am a kid. And they're like, you falsified your birth certificate.
Oh my gosh. What was she trying to do?
Live.
Oh. Oh.
It's gonna be this documentary. It's this whole thing.
No. What if Cecilia is the one pulling all the strings?
Oh my God. She's actually 75 years old, but she just looks really young.
That would be a big twist. That's for sure. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what grade Cecilia is in, but I don't think it says. Oh, fourth grade. No, she's fourth grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
she's
it's
in fourth.
the thing is called The Curious Case of Natalia Grace.
Oh, that's a fun title.
Yeah. She was initially assumed to be a 6-year-old Ukrainian orphan with a rare bone growth disorder. And
Whoa.
then later on, they're like, she's actually 20 and she's like scamming us. And it's this whole
Whoa.
thing. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So it's a docu-series going on right now. I don't know where you can watch it.
I don't think I want to. It's okay. Is it one of the
Really?
Oh no, I guess this one seems not suspenseful, not a thriller.
Yeah, because they talked to Natalia Grace and I think also like the parents. It looks like it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Okay. Okay. So we haven't decided what's going to happen with Cecilia.
Hmm,
Does she die? Maybe they kill her.
maybe. But as
Maybe
far
Andrew's
as
like she's Enzo's daughter.
well, okay, okay, wait. But are we trying to fit this into the theory of where did Cecilia come from? Because is she not Nina's daughter?
No, I was just joking about that.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay.
think she's really a 75-year-old little person.
Well, no, 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 no. I think she's definitely a kid, but like as far as is Nina the original wife or is she a replacement? I thought that's what you were saying.
Oh, no. I was thinking she was victim number one. Okay, okay. Here, new theory, new theory.
Okay.
Andrew is sterile.
Oh.
Andrew is sterile. Nina was victim number one. She was the original housemaid. She lived in the attic. And
Yeah.
then after she's gotten all pilled out, popped up, all that stuff, now he makes her wifey. They're trying to
Oh.
have a kid. She has a lustrous affair with Enzo. So she gets pregnant, but Andrew knows that he's sterile. So he's like, I know you cheated.
Oh.
And now he's like, I'm getting rid of both of you.
Oh, I think that's a pretty good theory, actually.
Yeah. So they're both gone. He pins it on Enzo and then he runs off with Millie.
He runs off with Millie.
Like, or
Oh.
he tries to make Millie the new wife, but maybe she runs away.
Okay. I could see that. All right. So another layer to add to this though. So Millie, based off the summary at the end of the on the back side of the book, it ends with, but I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. So what is she capable of? Is she gonna kill um Andrew or get rid of him because he's crazy?
Okay, maybe that's the final twist is that Andrew's like, you're going to be my new live-in wife. And she's like, I'm not. And she kills him.
That could, I mean, you think it would just end right there? Could be.
And then she's gotten so good at cleaning, she cleans up all her prints.
Oh my gosh. You
She
know, I
uses
could
her
see that.
knowledge. Yeah, she uses her knowledge of bleach and cleaning products and her time in prison, and she makes the perfect escape.
Oh my gosh, what a twist. Okay, so far at the end, are we thinking that both Andrew and Nina will be up in the attic, like dead?
Oh, from the beginning.
Yeah,
I'm thinking this whole family's gone.
they're all
But
up in the attic.
I think they're all up in the attic. They're all dead. Yeah, wherever they are, they're all dead. I think Cecilia and Nina went first, and then I think Millie or Enzo or both of them killed Andrew because I think he's the big bad.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, he's too likable. You know, it just doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit that this very nice, kind, very normal seeming person would tolerate the craziness
Right,
of his wife.
right. Unless he made her that way on purpose.
Hmm.
I think that makes sense. Interesting. Okay. So what do we think about Nina then? Like, is she crazy because she's on all these meds? Is she
I
trying to cope?
I think she's like Stockholm syndrome, gaslit, doesn't know up from down.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, what if Nina knows how evil Andrew is and he's like, you need to go get a housemaid. And she knows what his plan is. So she's like, I'm going to try to get the most homely, simplest looking, dangerous person so that he won't want to take her as his wife. And she's actually trying to help her by being so crazy
Wait, how would she be helping her?
because she knows that if she sticks around, Andrew's going to use his voodoo charm and lure her into becoming the new wife and he's going to kill Nina. Like maybe she knows that this is a pattern that he does or something.
Oh, oh,
That's not as good as the other ones,
oh.
but
Okay. So why does Andrew want a new housemaid? Is it so he can have like a new wife? He's gonna put Nina up there. Is that our running theory right now?
I think he's getting ready to retire Nina. He's tired of her.
Yeah,
Either
I can see that.
because she's become too fat, which I only say that because the book references it so many times in a negative way.
Yeah, yeah,
Not that I think that, but I think that that's maybe what he thinks.
right.
That she's gotten too fat, or he knows that their baby Cecilia is not his and he's doing the long con to get rid of her.
Interesting. Okay, okay. I think these are all very good theories.
I know.
So is Nina gonna get locked up in the attic ever?
What do you think?
Maybe for a short while, but then as soon as she's out, she'll be able to do her own little trickery and become Nina Winchester. Just because it does seem
Oh,
like,
I thought you said did Nina get locked in the attic? You
oh, I
mean
meant to say
Millie?
Millie. I meant to say Millie.
Maybe you said Millie, and I got mixed up.
We'll need to listen to the recording.
Okay. All right, but you think Millie gets locked in there?
Only for maybe, well, I don't know. My initial thought was maybe for a few days.
Hmm.
And then but then as soon as she's out, she releases all of her trickery and skills that she has to tie up the
Hmm.
family and become Nina or whatever.
Okay. Maybe Andrew locks her in for isolation to try to do like a brain reset on her
Oh,
for
that could
his
be
like
it.
brainwashing.
Yeah.
That's like phase one. You're stuck in the little attic
Oh
by
no.
yourself. And then once you come out, then you're willing to take the drugs and be the lady
Yeah.
of the manor.
Oh no. Oh, okay. That brings me to another detail. So in Millie's attic, there's a mini fridge, so kind of them, and it's even stocked
Hmm.
with three mini bottles of water.
Yes.
Is that actually water in there? I thought, don't drink that water.
I didn't even think of that. Oh my God. Because Millie was like, who puts water in someone's mini fridge? And I was like, any fine
Everyone.
establishment.
I know, like that's so that seems so reason. That was the least worrisome thing of this whole book. Like, so he's
Because I
gonna
was
lock
like,
her in there, and she's gonna have no option but to drink the water.
and you think it's like drugs.
I think that makes sense based off what we know.
Yeah. What does Andrew do for work?
We don't know. He just goes off every morning in nice suits, but he makes what is it, five figures or something? He makes lots
He makes
of,
enough
or
he makes
I guess not.
enough money for us to hypothesize that he has women locked up in his attic that he's just training to be his wife. He has
Right.
enough money to do that without anyone suspecting.
Okay. Another theory I had at one point, which I don't think it'll fit with our other ones right now, but is that Andrew is doing some sort of like illegal business or something, which is why they were okay with hiring Millie as an ex-convict because it's like, well, she won't say anything. She has too much to lose, type of thing.
Do you think Nina did the background check and then saw, oh, this is a disenfranchised person who will feel trapped here,
I
and
think
that's why
so.
she picked her?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's all part of it. She knows that Millie won't leave.
Mm-hmm.
So she can do all this and she'll keep putting up with it.
Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, then Nina's in on the whatever the ruse is.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, some of this stuff is just so ridiculous. Like she has to be making it up, right? Or maybe not. You think some of it could just be like psychosis or like the drugs or things?
You think Millie's making it up?
No, I think what I meant was that Nina's doing these things on purpose to Millie, like pouring milk out on the floor. And she knows
Like
what she's
she,
doing is to, I don't know, push Millie to the edge,
but
whatever, as part of their
why?
plan to, I don't know, so that she's what's the word?
Indentured?
Um no, the word I'm trying to think of is like just like so squashed down
Mm-hmm.
that she's weaker and so they're more able to like take control of her.
Which I agree that is what's happening, but why would Nina want to do that to Millie?
All right. If we're thinking Millie is going to replace her, then yeah, Nina wouldn't want to do that.
What would be their, okay, if she's not going to replace her, why would she want to do that?
Yeah, what could be another purpose for Millie? Yeah, I don't know. What would be another?
I can't think of one because that's why I was kind of thinking maybe her crazy actions is actually she's trying to drive Millie out of the house.
Oh, she's trying to save her.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's trying to save
Oh,
her. So she
okay, yeah.
so she's acting insane to like get her to leave, but then Nina doesn't realize that Millie has no other options. So then they're stuck in this gridlock of Nina having to get crazier and crazier.
Oh, okay. I don't think I was following what you're saying before, but I get that now. That's interesting. Um, hmm, that's a good thought. Okay, do you see any other way if you were Nina? Do you see any other way that you could have warned Millie? Like when Andrew's at work or something, Cecilia's at school?
Yes. Yes. So I guess if you're under the impression that she's like so like looped up on her drugs and stuff, and maybe Nina, yeah, I guess she could have just said like get out of here. Don't stay. That seems like it would be the normal thing. But sometimes when you're like imprisoned like that, even when you have opportunities to try to escape, you don't because you've been just so polluted in your
Right.
mind and you're so confused.
Yeah. Well, that kind of reminds me of Enzo because when Millie first comes, Enzo warns her and says like, "Oh, danger." And gives her
Hmm.
some weird looks. But then a few days later when Millie tries to talk with Enzo, after she's worked there for a little bit and try to get the inside scoop, like he doesn't say anything. He goes back to his work. And so
So annoying.
I wondered if at first I thought that maybe Nina said something to him, maybe about Millie or something, and said like, "Hey,
Mm.
Millie's insane. Like, don't listen to anything she says." Or that Nina threatened him and said, "Hey, if you tell anything to Millie, like, you're done." So I wonder if Andrew maybe said the same thing to Nina, where it's like, "Hey, if you say anything to Millie, you're done."
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I kind of feel like Enzo's in on this family somehow because, like, why does he stick around? That's why I kind of feel like maybe Cecilia is actually his kid.
Yeah, I think that does make a lot of sense. I think you're right.
Now, the only thing that wouldn't make sense is that she seems to be a carbon copy of Nina, who is like fair skinned, blonde hair, blue eyes. And Enzo is like, I think he's like a dark looking Italian.
Right.
So the chances of their kid coming out like a carbon copy sounds
Very
rare because
likely.
Italian DNA is very, what do you call
Got
it,
some strong
dominant?
genes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They could have gotten lucky. I'm not
Hmm.
sure. I don't know.
Okay. Any other
Mm.
predictions? Any other thoughts?
Um, let's see here. I don't think so. I think those were all my big predictions. Nina gave Millie a iPhone when she started working, because
Oh,
Millie
yeah.
had a flip phone, and Nina said, "Oh, I need a reliable way to contact you. So here's a nice iPhone. You're on our family plan."
Hmm. Hmm.
Which I'm like, that's definitely tracked. She knows where she is at all times. She can see her browsing history.
Oh,
That's
I
my
didn't even
thought.
think of that.
I think she can see it all.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. You're absolutely right.
That's my prediction.
Hmm. Yep. And so she's going to see her and Andrew texting or something.
Oh, maybe. Or they'll see her Googling like how to open a painted window and it will lock her in.
One other detail that we left out in the last chapter that we read is that when Millie gets caught watching TV in like the living room area
Hmm.
in the middle of the night, Nina's like, you need to go up to your room after dinner and don't come back down. Like this is for our
Oh,
family. So we're seeing before where it started off as like this is your home, like welcome. She has, you can go anywhere you need to now it's going to be okay, you can go where you need during the day, but at night you need to be locked up. And then pretty soon they're going to keep, I think, shortening her
Yeah.
freedom with like those baby steps.
Yeah. Okay, so if Nina were really trying to save Millie, though, do you think she'd say that? Or do you think she's just so like messed up that she's like, oh, I'm jealous of Millie, like I can't let her get to Andrew, so she says it?
I think she's trying to keep Millie and Andrew apart because I think she knows that Andrew's bad news and she's stuck in this house because of Cecilia and she doesn't want Andrew to get his tentacles into her. So, in
Um,
her misguided way, she's trying to keep them apart
oh, interesting. Yeah, that can make sense.
in like a backwards protection.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that could make sense.
What if we just solved the book?
I kind of feel like we have some really good predictions, and I kind of think we did.
That's how I feel. I'm like, okay, we're done. How would you rate the book?
10 out of 10. Perfect plot.
Couldn't have done it better
Such a
myself.
good.
Okay, okay. What will you do if it is exactly as we planned out? Are you going to feel like so clever or are you going to feel gypped?
I think I'd feel pretty clever.
I
But I
think
would
I would
also
too.
feel like I guessed it because I'm not usually that great at guessing these kinds of things, you know? I
Yeah.
guess I've never really
Yeah.
thought about it that hard, but part of me would be like, maybe slightly gypped.
I think I would feel smart. And the reason why is because the headlines of every single review for this book is like, unbelievable twist. Get me guessing. Couldn't believe it. So it's like if everyone guessed it, I feel gypped. If I'm like one of the few and it's recorded so
Mm,
people know,
that's right.
yeah,
Good point. Good thing we
I
have this
know.
podcast.
I know. How many people say, "Oh yeah, I guessed it," and I'm like, "Yeah," after you read it,
Where's the
and they're like,
proof?
"No, no, no." Yeah, exactly, exactly right.
We are recording it. We have only read the first 15 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Okay, I do have one more detail that
Okay.
I think is important to mention is that we've talked about that Millie really does feel in a corner. She can't leave. This is her only resort, last chance kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, she's missed some opportunities to better her situation, such as when she was in her attic and she's like, oh my gosh, this only locks from the outside. She asked Nina for a key, and Nina said, oh, I didn't even notice that it locked from the outside. She said, sure, we can get you a key if it means that much to you, or something like that. But of course, she
Mm-hmm.
never actually gets the key. But there's been multiple, at least two or three times when Millie has been alone with Andrew. And Andrew, of course, seems like the very, really nice, sensible one. Why
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't Millie ask him, hey, I asked Nina for a key. Could you help me? Like, it only locks from the outside up there. Could you fix that or something?
I think she's so. I agree with you. I think what would have been the more reasonable request versus the key would be, can we get a new door
And
handle
yeah, a
that
new
locks
door
the other,
handle,
or can we turn this one around?
right? Yeah. Or even like a curtain. Like, I'd rather have no door than one that locks from the outside, I think.
Yeah. Like why doesn't Millie just go while she's cleaning, find a screwdriver and just twist this
Unhinge it.
door around?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you can't just because don't you need like the hinges on the other side or something? Or maybe not. I don't know.
I think you could just flip it upside down the other direction. You do a
Maybe.
flip flip.
That'd be great. Yeah, I know like she has a lot of time at home. I mean, Nina keeps her really busy, but I feel like she could do something.
Yes. So okay, so that's one knock on Millie. This is where, yeah, let's rag on Millie. Yeah,
Yeah.
she should have asked for a new doorknob, number one,
Right.
not
Not a
just a
key.
key.
That's not very helpful.
Nina, I think eventually does give her the key.
Oh, does she?
I think in like towards the end of that chapter, but it doesn't
Um,
even matter because it locks from the outside. So even if you have the key, what?
right.
Okay. Two, she doesn't talk to Andrew when it seems like she could ask like these reasonable requests. I kind of give her a pass just because Nina is so horrible. I could see
Mhm.
her feeling worried that she'd get retaliation.
Yeah, that's fair. For just talking to Andrew.
Yeah, because what would happen is that Andrew would say, "Oh, Millie mentioned that, you want the door handle, da 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 da." And then
Yeah.
Nina would be like, "Why would you talk to Andrew? Like, I was taking care of that, and this and this and this and this and that, and I'm gonna throw milk all over the place."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
I could see fear of retaliation being why maybe she's not doing it. But I think the biggest error is that she does have time to herself in the evenings, and she is not spending it job searching. And she has a phone with internet.
Yeah. I mean, do you think she thinks she could get a better job? And do you think she actually dislikes this job?
Yeah, she might feel like it's the best option that she has, but I feel like she knows that it's not sustainable. Like she
Yeah.
knows she's not going to be here to see Cecilia graduate high school.
Well, okay, so here's some things too that might add some layers to all this. One, she's been in jail since she was a teenager. So she's probably never had a job, at least not like, normal job. So I don't think she really has a measure of what a good job or a healthy job is. But I
Oh, that's a
could
good
see
point.
someone thinking like, "Oh, man, this is just what rich people are like. I guess this is it.
Hmm.
Um, and then, oh shoot, I had another thought. Oh, and then two, she has all these like, sinking feelings and like, oh my gosh, I feel kind of scared here. But she always rationalizes it away, which I think what most people would do. You
Hmm.
see that the door only locks from the outside, and you could either say, oh my gosh, you're trying to lock me in here. But then you immediately think they wouldn't do that because most people wouldn't,
Hmm.
you know?
Right, right.
So I think she's feeling paranoid.
Hmm.
And it could be because she's been in jail for 10 years and she was like sleeping with one eye open. And now she's trying to like,
Hmm.
readjust to life outside of prison and is maybe riding away all of her paranoia.
I could definitely see that. The last thing that we didn't talk about is why do you think Millie went to jail?
I know. Yeah, that's a question too. Well, I don't know. I thought she was going to steal Nina's identity. That could be part of it.
Hmm.
Maybe something with her
Hmm.
parents. Her parents wrote her off, I think, right?
Yeah. So whatever she did was bad enough for the parents to be like, we don't mess with you anymore.
I thought the parents did that before she went to jail. I thought she was on her own for a little bit. I don't think it says, but that was just my assumption.
I wonder if we can find that.
Ooh, you want to know another reason why I think Millie is the one in the prologue?
Hmm.
Because when she's talking or when she's with the
Wait,
police,
Millie's in the prologue. What do you mean by that? Like it's
uh,
her perspective?
yeah, that it's her perspective.
Oh, I thought we knew that.
It doesn't say. Well, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
here's another thing that Candy and I have texted about, but I've not said on the podcast yet, is that this whole book, the prologue and the chapters we've read so far, are all in the first person perspective. So it's, I did this, whatever. And
Hmm.
chapter one, underneath one, it says Millie, and it's all from Millie's perspective. So far, every chapter has been from Millie's perspective, but only the first one said Millie. So my guess is that there's going to be future chapters that I think are going to be from Nina's perspective, but we haven't gotten there yet, and so I don't know that. But I think
Mm.
the changing perspectives would make the prologue more mysterious because then we don't know, is it Millie or is it Nina? See what I'm saying?
Oh, interesting.
But
Yeah,
and,
because
mhm.
because I'm definitely assuming that it was Millie. I wasn't even giving that an option. But now that you're saying it, I could see that that would be a big twist that I would totally overlook.
Could be something. But there's some things in the prologue that make me think Millie, like she's she's about to talk to the police officer, and it goes, I pause, wondering if this would be the right time to demand a lawyer. Aren't they supposed to offer me one? I'm rusty on this protocol. Where it's like she's been through this before. And
Yeah, so that
Millie's
sounds
been
like it's
there.
Nina or Millie. Millie.
Right.
Sounds like that's
I
Millie.
get their names confused, right?
I
But
know.
maybe not. Maybe Nina's been to jail. Do you think so?
I don't know. I feel like with this book, anything goes. Like we're starting off in a spaceship. We're not even on the rails. Like
There were never
we,
rails to begin with.
yeah, we launched in the first page. We are in outer space. We could be anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I'm really trying to find that part about when she went back.
With the family.
Mhm.
Oh, she went to prison when she was 17. As an FYI. I thought she was younger, but was 17.
I think she murdered her boyfriend or got blamed for his murder because she was in there for 10 years. And that's a long time if you're tried as a minor.
Even for murder?
Yeah. I mean, Gypsy Rose, she got out in 10 years.
I don't know. I guess that's possible. I was thinking murder
Do you
would
know
be
who Gypsy
longer.
Rose is?
No, I don't. I don't know if I wanna.
She was the girl, her mom had Munchausen's by proxy. And so she was giving her daughter all these medications to make her look
Oh,
sick.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
she realized she wasn't sick. And then she got her boyfriend and her to kill her mom. She just got out like a week ago.
Oh my gosh. You're
She's a
really up to
TikTok
date.
star. She's a TikTok star now. She has like a bazillion followers. She's getting like a movie deal and a book
What?
deal.
Wow,
I
that's
know.
well, that really turned around for her.
I know. She said she liked going to jail because it was like a good in between living her prison life
Oh my
before to
gosh.
like real life. It was kind of like a rehabilitation zone where she could still have like some guardrails
Yeah.
and kind of learn how the world works.
Well, that's good. She had such a good experience.
Well, that's what she said when she like went in.
Oh my gosh.
We'll find out when we read her book.
Oh my goodness. What a time.
What a time. Yeah, so I'm having a hard time finding that particular line where, because when it comes to Millie's background, we just get
Bits
dribs
and
and
pieces.
drabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get like a line here, a line there. And it's whenever Millie's like thinking back, she'll be like, "Oh, I remember the last time I had a pizza. It was when I was in prison and I killed
Yeah.
my boyfriend." And she'll say something like that, and then she'll like go on to something else. And then, and then you're like, "What?"
I just move on from that. Okay, I did find one line. So she's getting dinner ready for Cecilia and Andrew. Nina's out with friends, and she puts vegetables on Cecilia's plate, and she says, or she thinks, when I was growing up, my mother always made sure to have a serving of vegetables on a dinner plate. I'm sure she's still wondering where she went wrong with raising me.
Mhm.
So mother's
She
still
did
alive,
something.
we think.
Yeah, parents are still alive, but they hate her guts. She had to have done something awful,
Um,
or they think
yeah,
she did something awful.
somehow they've been estranged. I mean, it could be, do you think that Millie left?
I don't know because it's like if you're a young person in jail, I feel like your options are drug related, murder.
Yeah, I mean,
I
maybe.
feel like anything else, like you're really not going to have like serious jail time. And only drug related if you're like selling or like doing something crazy. So the fact that she's been in there for 10 years, that's why I feel like it's got to be murder.
Yeah, that could make sense. I mean, that could make sense if someone dies at the end and it is Millie kills them, like, she's done it before. So,
Yeah, but now she's like, I'm Nina.
Yeah, who's Millie?
Yeah, she said Millie tried to come after me, but I, you know, defended myself.
Could be.
That would be so cool if she killed her old identity.
Oh, now she
And
has to
that's
be
when she
mean.
becomes the full blue eye. Because the next one, she's a full blue eye, right?
Well, are we sure it's the same person? I don't know if we know
We
for
don't
sure.
know.
We don't
We
know.
just know it's two eyes and a keyhole.
But this was just from Shutterstock Images
Well, I know, but
on her
they
self-published
picked it.
book.
Yeah, she picked it.
She
She
went on little
knew.
paint and added some blue specks.
Yeah. Look, I can do a lot of good Photoshop with PowerPoint and some MS Paint. Don't
They're
even.
powerful tools. Okay, I found another parent quote. And it's when she's making the peanut butter crackers, and she thinks, repeating the same act that my mother used to do for me so many times made me feel a little nostalgic and sad. I never thought she would abandon me the way she did. This is it, Millie, the last straw. So,
Hmm.
from Millie's perspective, she thinks her mom has abandoned her. Um,
Mm-hmm.
her mom says there was a last straw. Millie also thinks that she was fired very unfairly, but she could be an
Mm-hmm.
unreliable narrator. We don't know.
I think she's definitely an unreliable narrator.
No one here is
I
reliable.
also think there's also something with the boyfriend because when she's talking to her parole officer, she talks about how she's like, kind of horned up. And she's like,
Yeah,
I
that comes
haven't
up.
seen, she's like, I haven't been with a man since I was 17, 10 years ago.
Oh, then yeah, it could be that. If she was 17, that's when she went to jail.
She definitely had a boyfriend before she went to jail. She definitely had a
Did she
boyfriend.
really?
I'm like near positive. Oh, maybe that's not it.
I don't remember a boyfriend. It does say that um she's had sex before in high school,
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking
but
of.
it doesn't say boyfriend.
In my mind, I guess that means boyfriend.
In my mind, she was saying she could release some of her tension on Enzo if she ever felt like it. So I was thinking whoever.
Yeah, now that she's been to jail, but in high school, you're probably not at the stage of one night stands in high school, I guess is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
that okay, yeah, that's
Like,
probably true.
like you might, but I would say a lot of people probably not. It's probably someone that they know. And then once they get older and more experienced, then they kind of get more to like okay, let's just have fun and we don't have to be coupled up.
Could be, yeah. Okay, that's possible.
All right, so we don't know about the boyfriend, but we know that she slept with someone at least one time, and I'm thinking that's her boyfriend and she killed him. Or he died mysteriously and it looks like she killed him.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be true. Okay, also I just thought of this detail. She's a really good cook. How did she become such a good cook? And is that going to come up later?
Maybe, I mean, that is like ridiculous, right? She's like, she doesn't even know chemistry.
How can you cook without knowing chemistry?
Yeah, how can you cook?
Be like
So you can't
rowing
even watch
without
supper at 6.
feet.
Did you say rowing without feet?
No, I said it'd be like rowing without physics.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure rowing's one of the few sports that you could do without feet, actually.
You have to balance there somehow. I feel like your feet, kind of stabilize you in the seat.
I think you could get like hookups and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you could.
I I think out of all the sports, that would probably be like one of the best ones to do if you don't have
That's
feet.
yeah.
Like they have people who run in like the Olympics
Yeah,
and they have like the
the bionic
attach-ons.
leg. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and they have like the crazy things. That seems ridiculously hard. Rowing, that's like best case scenario.
It's
You're
true, yeah.
like, yeah, you're like I'm a rower, but at least I still have my hands, even though I don't have my feet.
Maybe that's the ending. Nina becomes a rower, but Millie
Oh my
chops off
God.
your feet.
No. No. Okay,
Uh,
I think we picked this apart.
I think so. Did we get to all those lines you wanted to pull out?
I think I thought we were just going to go chapter by chapter. I like how we did it.
I like
I
it
thought that
too.
was great.
I think that worked out well.
I think for this book, that's the appropriate level because it really is, it's mostly just plot and trying to pick out little details and guessing.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe this time if I have lines, I'll put them on a separate page so I don't have them all in one spot.
Most of my lines were just like about the plot.
Yeah, like the
So I
details.
might, yeah, I might do that too. Because
Right.
like the things where I'm like, oh, it's her boyfriend. I would have liked to have known where I imagined that for myself.
Yeah. I feel like lines about parents, lines about our past,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
ones
Because we
to.
normally don't cover so much. So I don't have to write down the lines because we only cover like 3 pages. So I'm able to just kind of scan it as we go.
Yeah.
But this was too many pages this time.
Different book. Okay, so what are we going to read to next time? Till part two?
Where's
That's like,
part two?
what was it? 170 or so? 180 maybe? Oh, yeah, 189.
I kind of like doing the 80 pages because 189 would be like 90. What about like 160?
I'm down to
Let's read to 160 and then we'll text and we'll see if we feel like that's sufficient
Okay.
or if we want to, yeah, we'll see if that's sufficient.
I think that's a good idea. Okay, so chapter 32 starts on page 161.
Yep.
Wow, that worked out wonderfully.
And that'll be about halfway of the book.
Wow, we're flying through this.
I know.
All right,
Oh,
any
wow.
other
Look at Frieda
thoughts?
McFadden in the very back. I hope you love The Housemaid. And if you did, I'd be very grateful if you could write a review. You know what? If you listen to this episode of Bookalicious, we would be very grateful if you wrote a review.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. Well, this
Okay.
is great.
Yeah, this was fun. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Can't,
plotting.
I'm really excited to read the next part of this book.
I know. I think our predictions are exactly right.
I'm feeling really good about it.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
we have some good twists. Andrew's definitely the overlord.
Yes. Yes. He's the big bad. He's got to be.
Yeah.
All right, girly girl.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.